Hi, my name is Mark Dolan, and I'll be your host for Time Tested Mastery Life Lessons Sell, a new podcast where we will explore time tested wisdom, fundamental success principles, and strategies for life, business, and sales mastery. I'll share 40 plus years of experience as a successful real estate salesperson and broker owner who's trained, motivated, and coached salespeople for over 2 decades. Let me introduce what I hope to accomplish and what you can expect if you choose to join us going forward. But first, I want to confess a couple of fears. I have a real feeling of apprehension after all I've had to learn for this new project. Overwhelmed with what I didn't know and all that I've had to learn. And I find myself wondering, will I get it right? I feel like a beginner all over again. I'm curious, can anyone else relate to a fear of failure? I'm reminded of my start in the real estate business over 4 decades ago. I didn't bring much to the table at the time. I had no money, very few skills, no experience, no database, and no clients. What I did have was a strong desire to be successful, and I was willing to work hard, as long as it took to ensure my success. If that sounds like you, you're in the right place. Thankfully, I had plenty of people to help me. At first, it was my coworkers, then sales trainers, motivational speakers. I attended personal development seminars, read business books, audio tapes, and CDs. Then, of course, professional sales coaches. I've been exposed to, influenced by, and trained by the best of the best over many years. And that's a good lead into my second concern. Nothing I will share with you in this podcast is new. Everything I will share is a time-tested principle passed down from one thought leader to another. Sometimes the wording changes or the delivery is slightly different, but in the end, it's still the same fundamental truth. So the big question, why listen to me? Why not just read all the books and attend the events yourself? Well, in addition to saving you a lot of time, the main reason is my willingness to share the unfiltered truth of my personal experience to help you grow. I'll identify the first source I ever learned each principle. In addition, I will share how I applied the principles into my life and business, where it worked, and maybe even more important, I will share some of the mistakes I made along the way. Failure has certainly been a part of my journey, and what I can share about those temporary defeats can save you a lot of time by helping you avoid similar mistakes. There should be no ego in excellence. You can't save your face and your backside at the same time. I have often looked clumsy on my journey, but continued to grow and improve by picking myself up, dusting off, and moving forward. A second reason is my unshakable focus, mindset, and drive to succeed. If you don't have it already, you may find that mine rubs off on you. This podcast will appeal to people like me who find joy in the journey and happiness in the pursuit of excellence. Here's a little story that makes a big point. One of the many big aha moments for me came back in the early 1990s. I was attending a sales presentation by a speaker named Bill Phillips. My broker and mentor at the time, Tim Wood, had hired him to speak to his salespeople. During the presentation, Bill asked a really pointed question I still remember to this day. Now, Tim Wood was not only my mentor, he was also already a legendary salesman. Not only number one in our office, but in the entire community, and was ranked among the most productive real estate agents in the nation. Bill's direct question was this: why should I list my home for sale with you instead of Tim Wood? My head sunk with an increasing sense of shame as I thought about my answer. The truth was that if a seller asked me that question, the only honest answer I had was, if you don't list your home with me, I don't have a chance of getting paid and my kids won't eat. Knowing what I did about Tim Wood's business plan and execution compared to mine, I had to admit, if I were in the seller's shoes, I'd list my home with Tim Wood instead of me too. That question was the challenge I needed to decide right then and there to improve my skills and bring real value to the marketplace so I could compete with the best. I have never, ever looked back. That day was for me what Jim Rohn would later call a day that turns your life around. This podcast is for people new to self-development as an introduction to success basics like goal setting, time management, affirmations, and more. It's also for sales and business professionals who've already experienced some success but want to accelerate their progress and build momentum. Longtime salespeople will find value who want to be reminded or recharged with basic truths. You will find a place here to refine your skills and finish your career strong. You can expect 2 episodes each week beginning January 1st. Each episode will deliver 20 to 30 minutes of time-tested ideas and motivation, shared from one serious student of life and mastery to another. I hope you'll allow me to join you on your journey. But of course, there's more. Occasionally, I'll interview people who've mastered these ideas and principles in their own lives. These will be individuals just like you and me. No celebrities or famous names. Believe me, everyone has a unique set of gifts to work with. By applying these time-tested principles, everyone has the potential to create and master an extraordinary life. Our journey starts soon. Remember to like, comment, or follow Time Tested Mastery on Facebook, X, or YouTube. Then subscribe to the podcast to receive teasers, reminders, and other alerts. I really thank you for your time today, and remember, time-tested mastery isn't just about skill development, it's also a way of life.